Morning, folks, and I mean morning. It's 5:32 a.m. Monday, November 23rd. Oh, excuse me, I haven't had my coffee yet. Just my agua. I haven't even made it downstairs with her. He's over here in this bed over there in the corner, kind of passed out. I have a bunch of nice, comfortable dog beds scattered all over the house. This is about the power and the difficulties of being heart energy. There's a lot of you out there that listen to me that have strong heart. You understand. The heart is incredibly powerful, but at the same time, when you're heart-based energy, you can be misled. It doesn't matter what kind of core orientation you have, whether it's in your head or your heart or your solar plexus. You can always be easily misled. The heart's so powerful because it takes the basic thoughts that are in your head. It's like data, okay? And then that comes down in the heart, and then the emotions from your base chakra, where your spine attaches to the pelvic bone, it pulls them up, and then your heart creates a feeling, and then that feeling it sends out everywhere, and then as that feeling comes back, it picks up more energy. Well, when the heart goes out and picks up information from other people, it brings it in, and then it needs to have to try to digest it. You can once your heart is strong and you relax and take the time to feel it, you can really feel the information coming in from outside you. A lot of you, when you're heart-based energy, if you're in a room with a whole lot of people, you get such a large input, it's really hard to sort all that out. That's one reason why some of you get a little bit upset when you're around a lot of people. The more you use it when you're around people, the more able you are to pick off what belongs to you and what doesn't, so you don't have to worry about getting over flooded with other people's thoughts, emotions. Also, when you put your energy out into the field like that and it comes in, there's not just people's feelings out there, because remember, these feelings that people put out, they're not solid. It's not a cord a sticky cord that you go out, you pull back, and it's stuck to you. Okay, this is spirit, sentient energy. It's feeling. It's energy. If you have, even all it takes is the smallest and youngest and weakest of souls. If they're out there, they can throw their information, whatever they want, into that energy. So when you pull it in, you can feel that too. Okay, and then that. If you haven't really trained yourself yet, that's information that doesn't belong to you. Just like when someone goes near you and they're so full of anxiety, and then you start feeling full of anxiety, you didn't intend to do that, but it's a natural thing. Okay. Something else. Spirit can go in your head. Okay, they do it all the time. That's how your spirit guides talk to you. They're supposed to be going just in the right side of the brain. Sometimes when they really want to talk hard, they'll go on the left side of the brain. Well, sometimes spirit comes by and it's not nice, okay? And it'll go in the left side of your head or the right side of your head. It can easily put thoughts into your head, okay? You've heard me talk about how you can be driving down the road and then you drop a pen, okay? That's nothing you can't live without until you pull over at the next stop. Excuse me, next stop. My sinuses are messing up. My throat's starting to mess up again. Just saw a praying mantis. That's kind of funny. Praying mantis energy has to do with time, emergence, coming out, and it's about 1.5, sometimes a week and a half, sometimes a month and a half. This one's a week and a half. Anyway, so uh, when your heart grabs the major thoughts from your head, it's not just the major thoughts, okay? It's grabbing the prevalent thoughts in your head, the ones that are sticking out, and then pulls it into the heart. Okay, now, if you have spirit in your head and it's not helping you, it can send improper data down into your heart. Then when that happens, the heart accepts it as something out of your head. Okay, it doesn't know better. It's incredibly powerful, but it doesn't know better. And then your the solar plexus, sends its feelings up there. Well, once the solar plexus feelings go up into the heart, it can also sense the thoughts that are in there that came from the head. The heart has this going on. Folks, when the heart does that, it's still attached to the brain, and it's still attached to solar plexus. I'm sorry, it's still attached to the base chakra, where the spine hits the pelvic bone, where the emotions are. You get fed bad thoughts, you're misled. That goes into your heart. It also goes down into the emotions, which cranks the emotions up and sends that back into the heart. That's where you can have a lot of difficulty being misled by false emotions. They're not really yours, but that's hard to deal with. The heart feels. The heart is, in many ways, the strongest focal point that we have in our bodies, energy systems, energy fields. It's also the one that hurts the worst. And all of us that are listening to me, that actually care, which is 99.9% of you, we've had our hearts hurt before. Sometimes it's something that's real, sometimes it's not. I mean, it's not the easiest thing to deal with. And when things haven't been so nutty on the other side, all of it's been taken care of, but you still have some energy running around. All it takes is one to get in your head. Remember, when you're in a body, these bodies are literally like a sponge. They're made to keep your energy in there, so it can't come out easily at all. You have to force it, and also it's easy for energy to come up and touch you, and then all of a sudden that negativity gets in you. You need to just make the conscious intention to rid yourself of it. Just say, this does not belong to me, and get rid of it. I'm not saying all the feelings you have are wrong or anything, but what I'm saying is that it is possible for you to be hit like that. Usually, eventually, you overcome it. It's just hard to say. It really is. It's different with each individual, but the heart will keep grabbing those emotions. And once fear, that's another thing. Your emotions, you can be tapped at the base of your spine. I've had so many lives. Actually, as Ara, every time I make a body myself, nobody can attach to it. But when I'm put in a body, once I'm in that body, you're kind of helpless in many ways. I've always had a piece of Aramelius attached to the back of my spine, where it attaches to the pelvic bone, to the base chakra. So that's this is all a lot to deal with, and the heart's really strong, but it can be lied to on a temporary basis. The thing is for it not to get caught in your system, because otherwise it keeps getting moved in and out. Eventually, truth will find its way out, but that's what can happen with heart energy. But don't be afraid of having it. It's incredibly powerful. The things you can do when it's love, it's unreal. The focal point of Marilyn Monroe, of focal point of Lily that was in Marilyn Monroe, uh, was very strong. Had a lot of solar plexus, got energy in there, plus a lot of heart. And remember, Lily and Ara, they come from heart and fortitude. Just Lily had more heart, and Ara had more fortitude, but not by a whole lot. But Ara needed it to protect stuff. That's his gig. So Marilyn Monroe, she had been beat so hard, and having more solar plexus, she started picking up a lot of issues from what was done to her. She had too many hard lives back to back. And those aggressive parts of her, they used to attack Michelle, attack me, attack other family members. Every time Michelle saw something that said Marilyn Monroe on it, she called me right away because it meant that somebody was, one of us or both of us was about to be attacked. That part of her was sick. It wasn't her fault. It was hurt from what she'd been through. When you can actually understand what creation is and what we've been going through, it's sad. It really is. And it was all for the arrogance of the original first being, male and female. Arrogance is a cancer. It really is. It's a cancer. And when something has a little bit of it too, it's easy for spirit to mess with it. When you get too much self in there, it's easy for something that knows how to that's had lives, like just a soul that's been around a few 100 billion lives. It's easy for them to mess with you. Now, it's like Karen, on the other hand. She has a ton of heart energy. Her heart is so powerful, so loving. She cares about everything. She really does. It doesn't mean she can't be attacked. She is. She was almost ready to come out before Marilyn did, to be a separate focal point. They were very close. That's why she's so big and so strong. But hey, that's why she was also attacked too. Especially any of you that have had a lot of love coming out of you, your energy when you put that out. Remember, when you have that, this whole system has been made on abuse. And the original first being, male and female, could not have love going around everywhere. It takes away abuse. Plus, they were always attacked directly. So, especially with by the one who did it more than anything else, is the female part of the first original being. Man, she was nasty. She was very jealous of all of Lily. So Marilyn and Karen got attacked the hardest. That's hard. Anyway, so if you have heart energy, don't think it's a weakness. It's not. It's a strength. But it is something that's good to work with when you can. There's more involved in a heart, but when you settle down with your own heart energy, you can do a lot. Karen can see things with her heart that it's almost impossible for me to see with my head. It's incredible. It really is. It's just having that strength is awesome and powerful, but those of us that have heart energy, real strong heart energy, we can still be messed with. Something can go in your head, something can touch your emotions and your base of your spine. They mess with both of those, the heart's going to pull in bad info. And that's one problem with me still being here. There's still some stupid stuff out there, but that's going to be handled pretty soon. But anyway, just remember, it just takes one. So those of you that are getting rattled, try to understand what's going on with you inside your heart, and try and remember the power that the heart is. The heart does a lot. And the heart's strong. but it's the only thing that creates feelings, and that's makes it very susceptible. It's in a way it's the strongest chakra because it pulls the other ones together, which means it can create a power that's incredibly strong. Um, but at the same time, it's the only chakra that can actually that has feelings that can actually be heard. There's a difference, big difference between feelings and emotions. So anyway, that's something that if you take the time and you can go to a coffee house or something and sit down somewhere, and then especially if you're near a register, and then when people come up you can relax, extend your energy out, you know, don't look at them because then you're trying to go in their eyes. When you use your conscious mind to look at someone, you're also engaging your conscious mind. You want to relax that thing a little bit and just float out there, and then you try to feel that person and then come in, and then you start feeling the feelings. It's something it takes, it's a natural thing, but to make it strong and beef it up, help protect yourself, it's really important to use it. Otherwise it can be used to keep you scared. That's a very effective way of controlling people. That's why it's always been put at the base of my spine. Every life I've had, except for the ones where I made my own body, I literally had that attached to me. And Lily, all her focal points, same thing. You think it was just me? So that way you can run fears into someone. So that's hard. There's a piece of Lilith that was put onto, all of Lily's focal points right at the base of the spine, just to keep the emotions going. And it's like you've heard me say about those original first angels, when they wanted a man and a woman to be together. The primary angels for that put on that person would hit the base of their spines with their energy, and then just light up the spine, go straight up the spine, and that would give you a slight feeling of euphoria. And it feels like first love. I'm not saying first love is that all the time at all, but I'm saying they could do that if they wanted to manipulate things. So there's a whole lot of stuff I want to try to leave you all for before I go. I'm doing what I can. When I get out of here, I can finish doing what I need to take proper care. But anyway, that's a little more about hard energy, and don't ever be afraid of it. It's an incredible ability. Okay, maybe I think it's the strongest, maybe the best, but we need to use everything we have. And the biggest thing is understanding. And a really good stone with that is celestite. That's very strong. It goes into the hypothalamus. Celestite, and then some rhodonite for the heart, and lapis lazuli for the pineal gland, for that type of vision, and then a piece of yellow aventurine. Then you get a piece of stick selenite, and you put all those together, hold them, put them in your lap, or if you got some overalls, just put them in the overalls. And that'll, especially if you hold them, relax and just hold them, and just open up and just let the stone energy do its thing, its work to help you. That'll help you flush this stuff out. And if you have some star essonite, put that in there, man. That is a powerhouse. So anyway, look, I hope that helps some of you. If nothing else, it's good information for you to have, to know about how the system works, and sometimes maybe help someone else you care about, All right, folks. Speaking of hard energy, I love you, man. Have a good one.